Welcome to our Google Plus Hangout, folks. Nice to see you. Welcome to Category 5 Technology TV's Studio D. And we're basically just gonna hang out with you tonight. So feel free to interact with us if you're on Google Plus, and we'll hand the microphone around. So anyone here, if you have anything that you want to share or say, then just grab the microphone. Also, Sasha Dirmeitis is going to take us on a live tour of the studio. So if you have any questions as we go through that, make sure you share those with us on the Google Plus Hangout as well, and we'll be able to hear you. And we do see the chat room in front of us, and we see your cameras as well. And this is being recorded and broadcast through YouTube as well. So if you want to catch it any of those ways, it's available. So I'm Robbie Ferguson. I'm the host of Category 5 Technology TV, and I'll pass this around so that everyone can introduce themselves. I've been with the show since three years before it started.
I'm Jensen. I use the camera guy and basically just point around looking at where whoever's doing whatever. Just been with the show since the start.
I am Kelsey Jensen. That is my brother. I've been with the show for about a year now. I'm one of the co-hosts. I started off just as like a fill-in if someone couldn't make it, but now I'm like a bona fide.
Now she's here every week.
Oh, pretty much. Am I making that noise? No. Pardon me. Hi, I'm Carrie Webb. And Robbie asked me to co-host the first anniversary show way back in the day, and I was so happy to do that. And that was hosted in the area, not in the normal studio, certainly not in a studio like this. So it's just amazing to be here and see how far the show has come and all the work that Robbie and the whole team has done. So I co-hosted for how long, Robbie? On and off for 2 years. Yeah. Can you hear me? I hope so. Yeah, maybe. I can't see the chat room. Can you hear us? You're like walking us off. Yeah.
Can you guys hear us right now? Can someone give us a thumbs up or an A-OK? Because it didn't look like we were getting levels there. We were talking and everything. It was awesome.
It's working. It's working.
Yeah! I did it! I figured out how to make Google go! All right, let's go back to Carrie Webb. Here you go.
Awesome. That's pretty much all I have to say.
2 years.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be one day.
It was going to be one day. I was just supposed to be the co-host for the first anniversary show, and Robbie just let me keep coming back. And here I am today. So, yeah, I'm very thankful that he still welcomes me and lets me pop in for Christmas things and for hangouts like this. So, yeah, hello to you all. Hello to all of you who have been around for the 8 years, and it's good to see you. Hillary.
Hello, world. I'm Hillary Rumball, and I am here because of Carrie Webb. She actually introduced me to Robbie like 5 years ago.
No, she told us.
Oh, right. You're right. We didn't actually meet. You're right. Well, I thought I did knock. That would be the polite thing. That's true. You're right. We never met in real life. Yeah. Strange.
I met Robbie through Jen Wager, and and then we talked over Facebook a bunch, and then we met, I guess, kind of like he knew my mom, but that was about it.
So when the question comes up, how do you know all the co-hosts? Well, he knew my mom and
Jen, who introduced Kelsey to Robbie, is my roommate. So just this weird circle of friendship here.
It's all very interconnected. Anyways, I'm here because of Carrie. 5 years ago, I guess 5 years ago, I don't know.
And we know each other how?
And we went to school together in high school, and we were in Wizard of Oz together.
Who are you?
I was a munchkin, and Carrie was a flautist.
Dennis! It's the apocalypse! Dennis? Okay. Just hold on for a minute with the vacuum. We're going to save the vacuuming until later, okay?
Hillary was just saying how we knew each other, that we went to high school together, and yep, grew up in the same kind of small town.
I am Sasha Dirmeitis. I am now the news anchor, but I started as a co-host 3 years ago. Is that right? The very end of season 5, and now it's season 8. And we know I'm weird with time, but I'm pretty sure that's 3 years. So, and I met Robbie at my chiropractic clinic. So, there we go. And now that I have, okay.
Sasha was the receptionist at the chiropractic clinic that I went to fix. And here somehow it likes you being on the show.
It did happen. It happened because, well, at first Robbie thought he was having a stroke, and I talked him down. He did not have a stroke. And then week after week, at first with chiropractic care, you come quite frequently. And he kept asking me if I would co-host his show, and I kept thinking that no. Just, I was nervous, completely nervous. If you remember, I was totally, completely not ready to be in front of a camera. But he kept asking, and finally I came on as an occasional and loved it. When I first came in, it was my first ever episode was the end of season 5, live audience, like on a stage with a bunch of people. So that was a crazy way to delve in. And then I went to Studio C. And now here we are in Studio D. Now I'm going to do a tour of Studio D and stop talking about myself.
So welcome to the Hangout. We're going to, as Sasha was saying, we're going to take you on a tour. We're going to do this in kind of an interesting way. We've got Telestream, Wirecast, and oh, bless you. And we've got an iPod Touch, and we're going to see if we can make this thing go. So let's see what we can do. So bear with us as we get this set up. Shouldn't take long. Here you go. Talk amongst yourselves.
I'm me. What? Oh, yes.
Oh, TARDIS. They were asking what TARDIS stands for. It's time and relative dimensions in space. TARDIS.
Okay.
Or DIS. Yeah.
TARDIS.
A lot of fun.
And what's...
What is the context for TARDIS? This is not. I've never heard of this before.
It's well. It's from a British sci-fi show called Doctor Who. It's been going on for over 50 years. It is the longest running sci-fi television show. I'm actually going to stand up because that's what everyone else is doing. It's about this alien named the Doctor.
I know. It's great.
It's yeah. He's from the planet of Gallifrey in the Castorbalis cluster. I'm really bad with names. Sorry about that, guys. Basically travels around the universe with companions and saves people and planets, and it's wonderful. He's saved the Earth on multiple occasions. So would I.
imagine having a jetpack in this weather? Insane. That's all I do. I read the news on Tuesdays, and then I talk about the news until next Tuesday. So that's my life. And then I go to work and be like, so this Barbie is creepy. I want to hear more. If you didn't already not like Barbie for your kids, you can talk to them now. Yay.
I remember when I was younger, like, I had at least 20 Barbies when I was younger, and I always wanted more. And then I got into Bratz. Do you remember Bratz with the removable feet? My mom thought, yeah, they had removable feet. Yeah, well, the head stayed on, but the feet, like, you could actually take off the feet to change the shoes. And that's how you change their shoes. My mom. No. Hey!
Hey! You know this is happening?
Hello! How are you? Great. Yeah, people were wondering who it is.
My name? Hi, gang.
Eric Kidd, everybody. Welcome, man. Good to see you.
I think when I should have sagged when I got to Wellham Road.
Okay, I got you.
Before.
Yeah, welcome.
Tour.
Yeah, we're just about to take the tour. Yeah, but introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Eric Kidd.
That's all you're gonna get. That's all you're gonna get. All right, we're gonna talk to Eric in a few minutes, and he'll tell us what he's been up to, and you'll have a chance to ask him questions and all that kind of stuff. I've got the iPod ready, and you ready to do this? Okay, I'm gonna just switch around over here. Let's take you through, and if you have any questions, folks, feel free to speak up, and Sasha can hear you, so go ahead. You just
Speak.
I think they can hear you now.
Oh.
Yeah, they can hear you.
Okay, they can hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
So let's start, I guess. Well, we'll start with the green screen, which is my area. This is the newsroom, which doesn't look anything like this when I'm live. So I can't wear any green at all when I'm here. Oh, look how creepy this is. So this here actually is the screen that I read.
Could we show them a little bit of the teleprompter?
Oh, yeah,
here?
absolutely. Let's see here. So there we go. This is what I'm scrolling through, except for the Woody Banter part. That part I just make up. I'm not going to go all the way through it because you'll see you'll see all of the things I said wrong today if you pay too much attention.
Very cool.
So now this is a huge studio. So I don't know if you remember last time when I did the Studio C, we just like kind of stood in one spot and I could just point to things. So this is where Adam stays, behind this camera here. And
is that still on?
I don't know.
Oh, great. Okay. There you go. So this is what Adam sees.
Look at how good that wall looks. That wall is not real brick. That is, however, a real, what is it?
TARDIS. That's definitely a real TARDIS. Yeah. Bigger on the inside.
Here is our awesome green, is it called the green room? Where the
green
craft
table.
Station?
Yeah. Craft service table.
Craft service table. And our photo frames of our co-hosts.
We've got a whole wall here we could fill up, so send in your photos.
When you're sending in your photos, also send in your postcards. There's our postcard wall. So there we have that. Actually,
and then we've got, we should mention there's the newest article is right there.
Oh, nice. The studio open house.
Yeah.
But I want to bring you back to this picture frame here because I like this picture, which are some guys watching Category 5 from, where were they, Robbie?
Afghanistan.
Afghanistan. So, look at how happy they are. All right. So when we do interviews, which we've done a couple, we did a 3D printer interview. We do them right here in these chairs. Oh, look at me. That's distracting. We have behind these walls the useless box. Did I show you the useless box last time? Literally. Simple. You see it? Yeah. All right. There is room to swing a cat. All right. Did I show your desk yet?
No, not really.
Okay.
This is kind of the audio rig and servers and.
You'll be able to explain this more.
Sure. Well, it's the same gear that we had in Studio C, really. Just repositioned and set up for a larger studio set.
This is what it looks like from Robbie's point of view during the show.
So we see we've got these lights, soft boxes kind of everywhere. See Sasha's there, and saw a couple over in the far area there.
This here is Jotbox.
The Jotbot.
Jotbot.
Is Jot online that he could
Jot, are you able
signal
to
us with? So Jot is a viewer from the Netherlands. And he's been with us since season 1. So we created a Jotbot that allows him to, in fact, send us notifications if something's gone wrong. So in my periphery here, as I'm broadcasting the show, we've got that.
Oh, there we go. Jot's here, ready to go.
And you'll notice too that over on the computer, it pops up a notification window with the same message. So we get that all over the studio, yeah. So Jot kind of works as a pseudo executive producer.
Exactly. He's amazingly helpful. And well, I guess that concludes, I believe. Does it conclude?
Well, anything else?
Anything
Hey, anything else you want to see? Let us know. We're here.
There we go.
That's the and this is audience seating for 10 people, which is kind of cool. Yeah,
Jacket straight
yeah, it's actually our coat rack.
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely coat rack. Very good. Okay, well, we'll switch back to the main camera. If you guys don't have any questions for the tour, do you have questions for the tour? Feel free to mention it now while I've got the mobile camera with me.
How do they respond, Robbie?
Just speak.
Are they speaking? There's no way the whole world is that quiet.
Make sure you unmute your microphone, too.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to switch back over here. This is Telestream Wirecast. So you see there's our Google Plus, and there's Telestream Wirecast. There we go. Yeah, guys, use your microphones if you can. Unfortunately, Dennis Kelly's having some trouble with his webcam. So yeah, speak to us, guys. Speak to us.
Hey, I'm Jot, and I've been here with the show a few weeks after Carrie, so I've been one of the longest viewers.
Everybody's saying hi, Jot.
Is everybody introducing themselves? Because so far just Jot.
Everyone else, introduce yourselves, because we don't know who you are.
By face.
Hello, I'm Frank, and I'm in Oswego, New York.
Hi, Frank. Oh, okay. No, Tennessee Frank. Are you in the pardon? New York Frank. There we go. Yeah, I guess New York Frank wouldn't be Tennessee Frank, would he?
I'm Joe in New Hampshire.
Hi. Questions, anybody? No.
Questions, comments, thoughts, concerns?
I think you're all doing a good job. So no comments here.
Thank you, Jot.
Love that sound.
What is that?
I think somebody's cell phone, maybe?
Somebody's trying to
Dot,
connect.
I just want to say it's so good to finally see what you look like. I was so happy to see your name in the chat room. It's wonderful to see you, and you've just been such a faithful viewer and participant, and so thank you.
I say, Jot, let's see, you started, just a few weeks after? Yeah, and you've been growing your beard ever since, right?
Well, I actually cut it short sometimes, but not lately because of the cold.
What am I doing? They just pass it to me. I have no idea what to do. Yeah. I don't know what to improv.
Come on, Kelsey, you're part of the improv club. Do this. Yeah, you got this. You can do it.
Oh yeah,
Come on,
why don't you tell us what you've been doing lately? Oh, okay. So Sasha wanted to know what I've been doing lately. Last night I was in this. I don't know what to talk about. There's a thing in Ontario, and I think probably all of Canada, where it's like it's called the Sears Drama Festival. So we had this year's competition. We had our competition for this year last night, which went really well. I was very happy about it. And then, yeah.
You mentioned you were in the Wizard of Oz? What's that about? I played the Tin Man in the Wizard of Oz, so it's very dear to me, yes. At the Gravenhurst Opera House when I was 18 years old. Yeah.
So Sasha wanted to know what a bit more legit than our high school play. So I was a band geek. I played the flute.
And I was, okay, don't laugh, but you know the Flying Monkeys? Well, my sister was a Flying Monkey. But no, But okay, so the other bad guys are called the Winkies. And I was the Winky General, the leader of the Winkies. General Winky. General Winky. So that was my big major role with my one line that I said, "You are now our queen." That was my one line. I haven't forgotten it. I was also a munchkin and a puppy. So yes, big important role for the Wiz.
We represent the lollipop field, the lollipop field, the lollipop field.
Says, if I only had a brain. Come over here, buddy. Been a long time. Good to see you, Eric.
Cucumbers are good.
I think somebody's got maybe a cell phone on, or what's that noise?
The Winky General.
Hey?
Hey, Eric.
Right.
Hey, Robbie. It's Rev DJ.
Oh, you're hearing. Oh, it's an extreme delay of us.
Hey,
I
Sasha.
just heard Winky.
You are now our queen.
Rev DJ.
Don't forget to mute your microphone. I'm actually talking.
Douglas, could I get you to, exactly what Jot was saying. Maybe mute your microphone while you're not talking, and then turn it back on when you are going to talk. And then we don't get that feedback.
The Munchkins are in the house is how it sounds here.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
So, Eric, long time?
Well, you haven't invited me for. Okay, that's the lie.
We've been trying to get Eric Kidd to come and co-host for quite some time.
So much.
And I said, well, the question is often, where's Eric? Garby every week says, where's Eric? Is he coming back? And I always say, I see your name up in lights and you're gigging like crazy. But
I've been doing lots and lots of gigs, playing my guitar and singing. But I'm also, tonight I just came from the one of the rec centers in town. I was teaching a ukulele class. So, yeah. So,
okay. Doing a lot of teaching.
I'm teaching lots of guitar and ukulele and banjo and mandolin and stuff like that. So
cool. So are you ever going to have a Tuesday night free?
We'll see. We'll try. I'm way better on short notice. When you need rescuing.
Oh, okay. All right. So we'll just kind of plan it that way. Now you know where we're at.
Yeah, it's hard to plan a month in advance.
Where's Eric?
Have you been well?
I have had this horrible cold and it won't go away. Actually, I think it's gone away. Actually,
Very good. Very good. It's good to see you, man.
Yeah, it's good to be here. But he didn't expect.
You know how to hold.
He didn't actually expect me to show up because I just opened up the little beer fridge and there's pop and stuff in it. What's with that, Robbie?
Sorry, dude.
I'll give you the directions to the cold beer and hot wings.
Oh, okay.
Because I work just down the street at St. Louis.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a party at St. Louis. Actually, with each and every passing year, there's been a lot of chicken wings and beer, and this has grown a bit. So I'm going to give.
Christmas special. Throw out the beard.
Maybe if I start now, I could catch up to Jot's beard. That's quite. Where is Jot? He's high. Oh, there he is. Okay, there he is. All right. When you almost have a. We're going to call that a soul patch, right? Okay, that's what that is. I have nothing interesting to say, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, they're enjoying it anyways.
But
you guys have any questions for us? We'll be quiet so that you can speak up and maybe try your best to do kind of one at a time.
I'm late to the party. Hello. I'm late to the party. Hello.
Hey, Douglas, we're waiting for you. Well, my beloved Toronto Maple Leafs. Somebody asked me today, what do the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Titanic have in common? They're both looking pretty good until they hit the ice. Oh, here, I'll give you this.
And then they are sinking. Okay. We'll quiet down so you can ask us questions or talk to us.
I'm late to the party. Hello. I'm late to the party.
Hey, Douglas, we're waiting for you.
I'm sure you were. Yes.
Well, my beloved Toronto Maple Leafs. Somebody asked me today, what do the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Titanic have in common? They're both looking pretty good.
Delay here.
I notice a severe lack of Category 5 service.
I had one, but
Jot, you look awesome.
I had one, but he never gave it back to me.
I think it's here. You never took it. Oh, well. It's coming.
10 pounds of crap in a 5-pound bag. I think it was the wrong size.
How does Adam like being behind the camera?
Can you repeat the question, please?
How does Adam like being behind the camera?
It's all right. I feel, again, all right. I mean, I'm not really used to it, but I gotta say, I wouldn't mind having a microphone sometimes. Because I have inputs. I have inputs too. But yeah.
Duly noted.
But yeah, it's all right. I mean, it's kind of fun just sitting there, not being able to talk. Pointing wherever Robbie decides to get up and walk off to. I found that a very common theme, especially when I first started. Just Robbie's going to stand up. So all of a sudden, all right, that's cool. All right, yeah, it's all right.
We just switched surprise. Oh, sorry. We just switched Adam to a DSLR. So, how are you finding you're working with a manual focus now? Everything zoom and focus is completely manual.
The new camera is definitely very different from the last one. It's a lot front heavier, so we need to find a counterweight for that. So I find it's pretty hard to control. But I mean, the focus, it just with the difference in range, it doesn't really gotta just finely adjust it. It's not too big. It's not too big of a hassle.
Also, there's a microphone.
Yeah. anytime we're in between questions, I'm going to just turn off our mic so that you can speak, so that ours is kind of off for a moment.
Does Adam ever make funny faces?
Yes, and if I'm on, they're usually directed at me.
Not really a question. I just wanted to mention that the Roku live feed's really working great now. I mean, it's really been improved since I first started watching.
That's great news. Is it Frank?
Yes, Frank. Oswego, New York. Yes, Frank. Oswego, New York.
Frank, thanks for being here. That's really encouraging because, as you know, we had some trouble getting the Roku feed to be reliable, and part of that is that they had a firmware bug in the Roku firmware. But fortunately, we were able to work around that. So I'm glad to hear that. Thanks. If you have any questions for any specific person, we can all hear you. So just say our name and I'll pass the microphone around.
How is Sasha liking her Linux system?
Thank you for asking. I like it. I will admit I don't use it very often for more than just checking my emails and sometimes putting entries in on my blog. But I have a blog. Well, I sort of have. I have a blog that I haven't updated in a while. I'm still finding it slightly intimidating, like the little things that I know I still have to learn, but I love the way it looks, as girly as that is. I really like how it looks, and it performs similar to any other computer or operating system that I've ever used. So now it's just a matter of actually getting down to the nitty-gritty and being able to understand everything that Robbie says from episode to episode. So I do appreciate the fact that the chat room is always active, so when I do finally get the guts to actually try something, I can always call upon you. So that's nice. Thank you.
And I guess I've learned quite a bit from being on the show. It's been a really big learning experience because when I came on, I knew almost next to nothing about this kind of technology, and now that I've been on the show for about a year now, I know quite a bit. Like I can do basics with computer software, which is nice. Like it's nice to be able to learn so much in a short amount of time. I think that's great for this show. I think it's awesome. So, yeah. Other questions? Oh, that's what we're seeing. Okay.
Not really a question. I might add I've been using Linux for about 2 years myself. I really enjoy it, and I don't really like to use Windows anymore. My main desktop is Linux Ubuntu Mate, and it's on a Lenovo. So hopefully nobody's spying on me. But I also enjoy Linux Lite on a laptop. First day in my new mouth. And it's really been a great experience. I'm really enjoying it.
Cool. Thank you for your comment. That's really exciting to hear, and we love that people are watching and learning and loving. I just wanted to say goodbye, world. I'm sorry, I have to go. I've had a crazy busy day, but it was nice to see you all, and thank you for joining and keeping it real. I'm going to pass it on to whoever. Robbie, Carrie, anybody?
I just want to say cool beans, Hillary.
No, she's the Winky General now. She's no more cool beans. Did you want to explain that?
Wait, the Winky General? Explain what Winky General is or explain Cool Beans? If I have to explain Cool Beans, you are not Cool Beans. Winky General is because of the Wizard of Oz. So that was my big role, which of course led me to this amazing position on Category 5. So just goes to show you, there's no such thing as a small role. Only small actors. Except this show is live and we're not acting. This is actually me, and this is actually real. So thanks for the memories, kids. Catch you next time. Here's Kelsey.
Oh, hello again. I was handed the microphone. Bye, Hillary. So, yeah. Hi.
Oh, you're just... I also have to go, but only because it's 9 o'clock here, which is probably 3 o'clock in the morning for me. And although it's Wednesday there, it's Tuesday night here, and I have to go make dinner. So it was, over to the pub. It's wing night over at St. Louis, so if you're available, 350 Big Bay Point, head on over there. What a great opportunity to get to actually hang out with you guys. I know that you watch us all the time, but I never get to actually see your faces. Thank you, and I will see you next week. Oh, and thank you everybody for your super awesome feedback about my new show. Looking forward to doing more. Try it, buy it. That's right.
And where would I go to watch this show?
You can watch it on Roku.
Oh, okay.
We will tell you all about it as I walk out.
All right.
It was great to officially meet you.
Bye, Sasha. Everybody wave to Sasha. Okay. Okay, and Robbie will tell you how to find that show.
We have this website, category5.tv.
I've seen that before.
Yeah. So TIBI is try it, buy it. So tibi.category5.tv is the website to go. But yeah. So any other questions for us? Anyone here? Oh, Carrie has a question.
How often will we see Try It, Buy It on Category 5?
I guess that's the once in a while. That's going to be a case of as we get products to review, and then we've got to write it, we've got to film it, produce it, and I think it's going to probably be kind of a once a month thing kind of idea. So we'll see how it goes, and certainly if you buy the products that you see on Try It, Buy It, then that's going to help us to be able to grow as well. So,
Did you paint the tartan? TARDIS.
The tartan? No, that's actually a vinyl sticker. So you buy it in a roll and you just peel the back off and unroll it onto the door. No way. So, but when we ThankGeek.com, awesome place. When we took over this place, though, this used to be an industrial building, and so what's that? Yeah.
Industrial building.
Right. So
I saw the whole length of Wallum Road. No.
This door, pardon me, had oil and it was dirty, and I don't know, it's just a storage room in a factory kind of place. So
Does the real TARDIS have a St. John ambulance sticker?
Yeah, that's the real deal. Yeah. It's not like Simcoe County.
Right. It's probably British.
Yes, definitely British.
And,
That's how I covered up the dirty.
okay.
I tried scrubbing it. It wasn't coming off.
It's cool.
So instead of buying a new door, cover it up like most great people do.
Well, it's like my bachelor days many, many years ago, where instead of cleaning the dishes, I would just throw them out and buy new ones.
Seriously.
Yeah, why not, right?
Was it like like a paper plate thing, or did you buy like actual dishes, like ceramic, whatever?
Whatever the thrift shop had for 10 cents. You know, why buy paper when you can buy ceramic?
Be fancy.
Yeah, it's classy. Nobody really does that, do they? Oh yeah. Be on scene here. They can't. He chose the chair next to the chair that you can see. There it is. There he is. And now, story time with Eric Kidd. Story time.
It's actually a real TARDIS, and if you go to cat5.tv/studio, you can see how it was put in.
The videos are there. Thanks, John. The whole renovation project was filmed and put up on the web, so you can see it.
And then put in fast motion, so it looks like you did it in like 10 minutes.
A little bit, yeah. A couple times, yeah. Use some speedy little clown music. And, yeah. Yeah.
Entertaining. We painted all the walls, and we came in on the floor. We had to clean that up so it didn't stain and stick. And the real reason Eric hasn't been back. So there's real work that had to be done, so people just disappeared. And are we going to put in a Category 5 sign, like in the old studio?
We talked a little bit about it. We've got the one over here, which you can't see, but just over Eric's shoulder, the Category 5 technology TV. Yeah, we'll see. I think it might be a good idea at this point, now that the wallpaper is up and the brick is actually a wallpaper. And then we'll see what we can do. So we've got a good local vinyl company that did this one, and it didn't cost too much, so that was pretty good. So it's just how we want to do it. I think I would just go with a vinyl sticker right on the wall. I'd like to have some depth to it, but the price goes up, right?
Just buy a lot of vinyl stickers.
Over and over and try to be seamless.
I was noticing in the viewer questions today, one that we didn't get to, but someone was saying if you just hang it off the ceiling and you make it look kind of like rustic, or I don't know, like you'll have to check one of the viewer questions. Someone was saying like you can use clips and then just hang it off the ceiling.
I thought about hanging too, so that I could have a bit of depth, but then I thought about swinging, and so it would always be in motion, and that might be distracting. I
mean, you don't really touch it. Should technically swing, but I mean, I could see why.
Do you guys hear that? Yeah, every week we're dealing with these fans. Yeah. At least they're not squeaking now, right?
Oh yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
It was coming up in the show. Sasha's initial episode, the debut of Try It, Buy It Tonight, was filmed about a month ago, and then went into post-production, so all the visual effects and everything. But that was before I fixed the squeak. So you notice that now there's an underbed of music on Try It, Buy It. That was actually to cover the squeak, but I've fixed it since, so now you just hear the wind blowing.
Sasha always has to sit outside, so the wind is there too.
You had to be a little bit cold, John. It's pitch black right now, otherwise I'd take the camera outside for you.
very bad right now. We're getting -40 wind chills the past couple days, and so it's getting warm, guys. It's getting warm. Woo! Yay! I wouldn't put it past. I wouldn't put it past someone.
Are you talking 20 degrees?
Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit. Always use Google, never use Bing.
0 Celsius is 32 Fahrenheit. Right? That's where. So yeah, so we're at -11. So we're getting close to 0 Fahrenheit, I think. 14? Okay, apparently we're at 14 Fahrenheit. It's cool.
It's just a little nippy out.
I just learned that -40 degrees Celsius is the same as -40 degrees Fahrenheit. I just learned that. So, yeah.
Just
I didn't know that.
I'm glad I'm not alone. It's the same as, yeah. Google told me so.
Right.
So, if it's on the internet, it's true. Must be true. So, now you know. That's what it was last week.
If you do hang the sign, you could use some old styrofoam from box to stabilize it away from the wall. The styrofoam attached to the back would go against the wall.
I'm thinking duct tape.
Duct tape! What do you mean to give it that?
So to move it out from the wall, what would I put it on? Like you?
Well, if you hang it from the ceiling, you could stabilize it by attaching styrofoam to the back that would hit the wall, keep it stable.
Put it on like a board or something. Oh yeah. Kind of pushing behind it.
Having this piece of styrofoam sticking out from the back, maybe even attaching it with like a piece of duct tape or something to the wall. Just, you know, so it doesn't move, right?
If only Hillary was here to interpret his sign language, we would know whether the things he said were bad or not. Okay, folks, so we'll give you, you know what, I'm going to turn off the mic and let you speak. So if you have any questions for us, we're going to wrap up our Google Plus Hangout for the night. But we welcome your questions real quick before we shut her down.
Have a good night.
Was that it? Okay.
I'm sorry I missed the big show. Glad to be here.
Yeah, it's nice to see you, Rev Jank.
Yep. Good to see Eric.
Yeah, it's been a while there, buddy. Rev Jank, how long have you been watching Category 5 Technology TV?
2 years? I think 2 years.
Only been that, eh? Yeah.
At least.
Yeah. Can you think about around the time, like what happened, milestones? Did anyone start? About when Krista started, or?
No, it was after Kristen. Before. Okay. It was before Sasha, before Lalonde. I think Hillary. It was before Hillary was married, so.
Now our timeline is getting completely messed up.
Yeah.
Hillary was the third co-host, so we had. Oh, before she got married. Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, before she got married.
All right. Yeah, I thought you said before Hillary. Okay. All right, cool. Very good.
Eric was, I think, 12.
Eric was 12? He was 12? He acted like it.
Just starting to shave.
I got tired of that real quick.
So I'm going to have to watch the show later. I missed it entirely. Was it good? Of course.
Tonight Show, episode number 388. I'm a little bit biased, but it was awesome.
You must try it, buy it.
I quite liked it.
Yes, I missed that
I
too.
quite liked it.
Is
Now,
that
what's it
Jot?
like, Carrie, being in an audience?
Is that Jot?
It's neat having an. Oh, yes, that is Jot.
That's Jot? Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Now I know who to blame. Okay.
I never do anything.
That's the trouble. Oh, Robbie.
Someone else in the chat room. I don't think we've seen. Oh, Robbie.
I sent in
Hey,
a question
somebody
about
said my
Android.
name.
Since that is Linux, will you answer Android questions?
Only if, well, I mean, I have my limitations as far as my knowledge, right? I'd say that, the people to talk to about Android are going to be found in our chat room. Whoa.
Well, this is, I've seen a way to run Android apps on Linux, but I haven't been able to get it to work yet.
Oh, really? We did an episode about setting up a virtual machine with Android actually running in a VM, which was kind of cool. You might want to look back on our website to find that episode.
I'll do that.
I'm not a big smartphone guru. And speaking of smartphone gurus, that would probably be the guy to talk to. GWG in our chat room hosts the Android Buffet podcast, so he knows a fair bit about. Obviously knows a fair bit about Android as far as the platform goes.
Excellent. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Discover the photo album.
Are they going to sing now?
I'm looking at this wonderful book of memories that Robbie made. Did you make this, Rob?
Hillary actually brought that to us, and we've got a couple of extras that she wanted us to auction off. So.
Oh yeah, sure.
Eric's going to show you. It's a like a photo album, memories of Category 5 over the past 7 years. That looked like the episode that Sasha had her debut on. You got chip fingers. Oh, you got chip fingers too. Do you have chip fingers? No. I would like to have chip fingers, so I'm going to give you the microphone so I can go get chips.
I'm done eating chips now. Well, I'm going to sign off because I cut my dad's hair. So I promised him a haircut tonight. So I don't know.
We could do it on camera.
It's pricey.
Oh.
Actually, when I was in high school, my dad said that if I cut his hair, he would pay my car insurance when I was 16. So I said, yeah, first one was very bad, but he was very gracious. And I still cut his hair, but unfortunately, he won't pay my car insurance. Go figure. So, anyways, so wonderful to see you.
You reneged on the deal?
Yeah. Go figure. Are you chip fingerless?
I said chips and I went for veggies. The healthy choice, right? Carrie, it's so nice to see you. It's always a pleasure to have you stop by. I hope you'll see us again soon. Mm-hmm. It's cool having this audience area so people can come and sit down and just enjoy the show from.
Especially when no one actually comes here.
Well, sometimes they do. We've had some nights where it's been pretty busy.
Few nights, yeah.
So, Carrie, can you come over and cut my hair?
If you pay my plane ticket. You're in Holland?
Yep. Well, the Netherlands.
Yes.
Oh, the Netherlands. Yes. Oh, wonderful. Well, I couldn't promise a good haircut. I could buzz it for quite cheap. Over to you, Adam.
Hi.
What is this?
I bought a MacBook on my way over here.
Blasphemy!
What? At least it's
Is this
BS.
so we could blend it? Is this so we could see if it blends?
At least she has it so nobody else is forced to buy it and use it.
Well, I won't put it on tripod, okay?
Maybe Robbie can see if he can sand it. Because Robbie really likes to sand with the paint and everything.
Oh dear. Sanding it. He's referring to my beautiful mudding job of the studio. Thank you. Thank you. I covered it with wallpaper. Oh yeah. Great to see you, Carrie. Thanks for coming. Thank you. Bye, Carrie.